Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know I'm not wearing a JoJo hoodie because I don't own a JoJo hoodie, but yeah, just decided I'd wear this one for this video. Anyway, last time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure we had Judgment Part 2, where the Judgment Stand brought back Avdol, but then actual Avdol showed up. They destroyed the two dirt creations, then they beat up Judgment. Then they found him he was buried underground with a pipe that allowed him to breathe. Avdol and Polnareff took a piss on it. Then they burned him, and then that was that. Avdol's back. It was very odd, but honestly, the explanation they give for not telling Polnareff unfortunately does make sense, which I think is the best way to put that. It unfortunately makes sense. So yeah. So we better move on into this episode now with all 5 Crusaders back. Yeah, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. This is also where I say if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment, click on the link, that will take you over to the reaction. You can watch it just like a normal reaction, and when you're done with that, you can pop right back over here to this YouTube video for the discussion. So with that being said, let's get right into this episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Here we go. Well, not a lot to say on this episode. Not a lot to say. The High Priestess kind of looks like Ymir from Attack on Titan, her Titan form. It's an interesting stand. Can become, inanimate objects as long as they come from a mineral. That's pretty good. Not a bad stand to get stuck with. Which I know you can't choose your stand, but you can't choose your stand, but still. So, good stand. Good dilemma. A good dilemma of, being on a sinking submarine. Good seeing Susie again. Definitely cool seeing Susie again. Just a good call back to, part 2, which is great. And it's also funny that Susie she basically hasn't changed in 50 years. I like that. And it was even cool, as brief as it was, just her interaction with Jotaro, So I like that. It was interesting that it just kept cutting back to her, and it's like, well, I mean, yeah, it was cool having that moment of Joseph and Susie talking, but like the fact that they kept cutting back to it, and now they've created this sort of tension of Susie not knowing what's going on. She doesn't know what Joseph is doing. She thinks that Joseph is on a business trip, but she's questioning why Jotaro would be there, But, yeah, I'm not sure, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the cameo is cool, but I'm not sure quite the point of it, mainly just the fact that they kept cutting back to it, So yeah, that was interesting. And then, yeah, we're going to be scuba diving to try to escape the submarine, which is interesting. Yeah. And then we had that shot of Holly, which I'm totally not going to, screen cap and keep for later, so... I mean, I don't know what else to really talk about with this episode. That's kind of it. I don't know why this was a part 1. Why they had to split this up over 2 episodes. This is the one where I feel like, no, we we could have done this in one episode. Like, the reason we're doing it in 2 episodes is because it honestly just feels like because of the Susie cameo, which is great. Again, it's great to see Susie there. You know, just have that cameo from part 1 or part 2. I mean, but other than that, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this episode. There really isn't a lot. Just I like the look of the sub. You know, it's, you know, nice and spacious and stuff. And I like how they say, like, oh, well, you know, this is the kind of sub that, you know, super rich people get when they want to just get away. Makes sense. Obviously, Joseph can afford that, thanks to, you know, the Joestar, well, the Joestar fortune and the Joestar corporation that he has, you know. So that like, that's cool. Again, High Priestess is a very interesting stand, you know, forming into any object and stuff. And even, like, you know, when Star Platinum caught her, she changed into a razor blade and cut Jotaro's hands. It's interesting, like, that this stand is pissing him off the most. Like, he is very, very pissed at this, you know? Like, I feel like more than normal, you know? So yeah, I like that. And then, yeah, cameo by Susie. The butler was very interesting, too. The butler was interesting, you know, just because he knows what's going on. You know, Joseph has told him everything. And I was kind of wondering, like, oh, maybe he's evil, like he works for Dio, and that's how the High Priestess found the sub. But I don't think so. I think he is. I think he's legit, which is good. But yeah. And that's it. That's all I got for the shortest discussion in the world. I honestly have nothing else to say. I can sit here and repeat myself for 5 more minutes, but I'm sorry, I don't have anything else. With that being said, I feel so bad for doing this, but I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Well, guys, thanks for watching this, as short as it was. If you want to watch longer episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you can click on the playlist, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. Support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later, where we hopefully have a better discussion.